Magandang buhay mga bata! Tara, samahan ninyo akong matuto kasama si
Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell for more videos. Thank you! Revised K-12 Curriculum, Science Grade 5. Quarter 1, Lesson 5. Our topic for today is about steps in a simple scientific investigation. This is Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Let's start! Learning competencies and objectives. The learners describe the steps of a simple science investigation. What is the problem? What materials do you need? What do you need to do? What have you found out or learned? The learners will be able to identify the steps of a simple scientific investigation and plan a simple scientific investigation using the guide questions. Day 1. Let's have a short review. Science skill. Which one do you possess? Recall the different science process skills you learned so far from previous lessons. Identify which science process skill is being demonstrated in the examples given below. Here are the choices: communicating, classifying, measuring, observing, predicting, and inferring. Number 1. Using a ruler to measure the length of a pen in centimeters. Answer: measuring. Number 2. Telling your friend that she has been under the sun since she's been sweating. Answer: inferring. Number 3. Placing all rocks having a certain grain, size, or hardness into one group. Answer: classifying. Number 4. Describing the change in height of a plant over time through a graph. Answer: communicating. Number 5. Describing a pencil as brown. Answer: observing. Observing, utilizing the senses to gather information about an object or event. Inferring, making an educated guess about an object or event based on previously gathered data or information. Measuring, using standard or non-standard measures to describe the dimensions of an object or event. Communicating, describing an action, object, or event using words or graphic symbols. Classifying, grouping or ordering objects or events into categories or groups based on properties or criteria. Predicting, stating the outcome of a future event based on a pattern of evidence. Lesson purpose. Now that you have recalled the science process skills, which of these skills do you think you possess? You may use these skills in conducting a scientific investigation. Questions. Number 1. What do you usually do when you encounter a problem? Example answer. When I encounter a problem, I first try to understand what the problem is. Then, I think of different ways I can solve it. Sometimes, I ask my teacher or my parents for help. If it's hard, I don't give up easily. I try again until I find a solution. Number 2, do you know that by using your science process skills, you can conduct a scientific investigation in such a manner that you can solve a problem? Answer or sample answer: yes, I know that using my science process skills can help me solve a problem. I can ask questions, make a guess or hypothesis, gather information, do experiments, and observe what happens. By doing this step by step, I can find answers and understand how to fix or solve the problem better. Now, divide yourselves into small groups of 4 members each. Pretend you're a team of investigators or scientists working together to tackle a challenging problem. Using the cardboard, arrange the different steps in conducting a scientific investigation. A. State the step-by-step process. B. Communicate your results. C. Identify the problem. D. List down the materials needed. Discuss within your groups the answers to the following questions. Why did you arrange the steps in that manner? What do you think will happen if a step is omitted from the process? Unlocking content area vocabulary. Anagram, my award. Unlock the terms to be used in this lesson using the definition and example. Unscramble the learners to form the correct word. Number 1. Something that causes difficulty or that is hard to deal with. Example, she did not attend the dance practice, causing the formation during the dance presentation to be disrupted. Answer, problem. Problem. Number 2. A physical substance that things can be made from matter. Example, pot made up of clay. Answer, material. Material. Number 3. The sequence of steps or actions followed to conduct an investigation systematically. Example, making a pancake includes gathering the ingredients and then combining them with proper measurement. Next, pour the butter into the pan, wait for a few minutes and flip it. Answer, procedure. Procedure. Number 4. The outcome or findings obtained from conducting an investigation. Example, a fluffy pancake was made by combining flour, milk, and egg. Answer, result. Result. Number 5. An operation to discover something unknown or to test a principle. Example, testing whether the rust on the nail can be removed or not. Answer, experiment. Experiment. Let's have a short story. The mysterious case of the disappearing ice cubes. In the small town of Frostville, where everything is usually cold and frosty, something strange is happening. Ice cubes from the town storage room seem to be disappearing faster than usual. The townsfolk are puzzled and concerned. Question: what could be causing this mysterious disappearance? Answer: maybe the ice cubes are melting faster because the temperature in the storage room is getting warmer than before. There might be something wrong with the freezer, like a broken door or a problem with the cooling system. It's also possible that someone is leaving the door open, letting warm air inside. The curious kids of Frostville think that it might have to do with the sunlight. They decided to conduct an investigation to solve the mystery of the vanishing ice cubes. First, they collected several ice cubes from the freezer and placed them in separate cups or bowls and placed them in different parts of the village. Others inside their houses, while the rest were placed outside. Then, they started a timer and observed how long it took for each ice cube to melt completely. As each ice cube melts, they record the time it takes to melt completely and any observations they make during the experiment. After all the ice cubes have melted, they gather their data and analyze it to see if there are any patterns or trends. With these observations and findings, they conclude that the disappearing ice cubes are likely due to environmental factors such as increased temperature and exposure to sunlight. They communicated their findings with the whole Frostville community. Armed with their newfound knowledge, they come up with the strategies to prevent the ice cubes from melting too quickly in the future, ensuring that Frostville stays cool and frosty all year round. Through their scientific investigation, the kids of Frostville discover several interesting findings. First, they noticed that ice cubes placed in warmer areas melt faster than those in cooler areas. Second, ice cubes in direct sunlight melt faster than those in the shade. Processing questions. Number 1. Did the kids of Frostville uncover the reason why the ice cubes vanished? Answer: yes. Number 2. How do you think they were able to solve the mystery? State them step by step. Answer: they teamed up and checked out the clues one at a time, like following a recipe to figure out why the ice cubes were disappearing. First, they took a good look at the problem. They saw the ice cubes were vanishing and wanted to know why. Then, they came up with the ideas of what might be causing the ice to disappear. Next, they put those ideas to the test. After the experiments, they checked their results. Did their ideas match what they saw was happening? Finally, once they figured out the real reason, they explained it to everyone in Frostville and tried to come up with a solution to the problem. Number 3. What science process skills have they exhibited in conducting their investigation? Answer: the science process skills such as observing, inferring, measuring, predicting, and communicating. Day 2. Activity number 1, Plant Power, exploring how soil affects growth. Materials needed: 4 clear plastic cups or containers, same sizes. Potting soil, sand, gravel, small pebbles, 8 mung bean seeds or same type. Water spray bottle, markers, ruler, and observation chart. Pre-experiment questions. Number 1. Why do you think we need to have cup 4 or no soil? What do you think is a control cup? Answer. I think we need to have cup 4 with no soil because it is our control cup. A control cup helps us see what happens when there is no soil at all. So we can compare it with the other cups that have soil, sand or gravel. It shows us if soil is really important for the plants to grow. Number 2, why do you think we have to ensure that everything is the same for all cup setups except the soil type? Answer. This way, we know that any difference in how the plants grow is because of the soil type and not something else. Number 3. On what cup will the mung bean grow the fastest, the slowest, or not at all? Possible answer. I predict that the mung beans will grow the fastest in the potting soil because it has more nutrients. They might grow the slowest in the gravel because water might drain too quickly. In the sand, they might grow a little but not as good as in potting soil. In the control cup with no soil, I think the mung beans will not grow at all because they have nothing to hold them or give them nutrients. Instructions. Number 1. Label each cup clearly with the type of soil it will contain: potting soil, sand, gravel, and control or no soil. Number 2. Fill each cup 3/4 full with its designated material: potting soil, sand, and gravel. For the control, leave the cup empty. Number 3. Everything must be constant aside from the type of soil. Number 4. Plant 2 bean seeds in the center of each cup, about 1 inch deep. Gently press the soil or sand around the seed. Number 5. Lightly spray all the cups with water until the soil or sand is moist but not soggy. Number 6. Record the everyday development of the mung bean seeds. On the 3rd day, you will be presenting the data in your observational chart. And here are the observational charts that you need to answer. Potting soil cup, day 1 to 5. Sand cup, day 1 to 5. Gravel cup, day 1 to 5. Control or no soil cup, day 1 to 5. Guide questions. What do you think plants needs to grow? Answer. I think plants need water, sunlight, air, and nutrients to grow. They also need something to hold their roots, like soil, so they can stay in place and get food and water. Number 2. What is the role of soil for plants? Answer. The role of soil for plants is to hold the roots, give them nutrients, and store water for them to drink. Soil also has air spaces so the roots can breathe. 3. How do you think the different materials in each cup will affect the seed growth? Answer. I think the potting soil will help the seeds grow the best because it has lots of nutrients and holds water well. The sand might let the water drain too fast, so the plants may not get enough water. The gravel might be even worse because it has big spaces and no nutrients, so the plants may grow very slowly or not very well. In the control cup with no soil, I think the seeds will not grow at all because they have nothing to hold them or feed them. Day 3. Design and solve. Number 1. Form groups of 5. Choose among the given observations below and design a procedure to test and solve them. First, students often experience spills and might wonder which cleaning material works best. Second, the bracelet changes its color from gold to brown. Third, the Milo drink does not completely dissolve in a cup of water. Fourth, the egg floats in water while the coin does not. Number 2. Use the guide questions below in designing your investigation. A. What is the problem? B. What materials do you need? C. What do you need to do? D. What have you found out or learned? Number 3. Write your answer in a sheet of paper or any visual aid that may help you present it in class. Example: students often experience spills and might wonder which cleaning material works best. A. What is the problem? The problem is we want to find out which cleaning material cleans up spills the best. B. What materials do you need? Answer: 3 to 4 different cleaning materials like tissue paper, cloth, paper towel, and sponge. Water to make a spill. A cup to pour water. Measuring cup to make sure spills are the same size. Stopwatch or timer. Rag or mop for cleanup. What do you need to do? First, pour the same amount of water on a table to make a spill. Second, use each cleaning material to wipe up the spill. Third, time how long each material takes to clean it up. Fourth, observe which one absorbs the most water and which one leaves the least mess. And fifth, write down the results in a chart. D. What have you found out or learned? Answer: we found out that the sponge cleaned up the spill the best because it absorbed the water quickly and left the table dry. The paper towel worked well too, but it tore easily when it got too wet. The cloth was good but needed to be wrung out a lot. The tissue paper was the weakest because it broke apart and made a mess. So we learned that some cleaning materials are better for spills because they can absorb more water and are stronger. So next time we know what to use when there's a spill in class. Day 4. Learners' takeaways, word mapping. As a review activity, please prepare an entrance ticket summarizing one concept you've learned from our class discussion and experiment. One entrance ticket is equivalent to a merit point in class. Reflection on learning. Let us now reflect on what we have covered so far. Number 1. What did you learn about the steps involved in a scientific investigation? Answer: I learned that when we do a scientific investigation, we should follow steps. First, we identify the problem. Then, list the materials we need. Do the experiment step by step, and then record and communicate the results. By doing this, we can solve problems in a fair and organized way. Number 2, was your experiment successful? Why or why not? Answer, yes, our experiment was successful because we were able to test which cleaning material works best for spills. We followed all the steps and got clear results. We used our science skills like observing and measuring. Number 3, what would you do differently if you repeated the experiment? Answer, if I did it again, I would try using more types of cleaning materials to see if there is something even better. I would also make sure to repeat the test more times to check if the results stay the same. This would make my results more accurate. Formative Assessment Performance Task. Today marks the day of the presentation of the preliminary results of the experiment on the effect of the different types of soils on the plants. Make sure you have your visual aids, including the graph, to show your results. Students will be evaluated using the following criteria: content knowledge, data presentation, presentation skills, and visual aids. Homework. Conducting an investigation requires a systematic procedure. To test your idea, you conduct an experiment. There is no other way to conduct the experiment accurately without using any measuring tools. Now, identify the different measuring tools you can find in the maze for you to reach the center. And here's what you're going to do. And that wraps up today's lesson. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for tuning in.